So you are interested in knowing how much money creators like myself make on YouTube. I am going to talk about it, but better yet, I am going to show you. I'm going to share my computer screen. We're going to go through how much money I made last year in 2018, how much I made during the life of my channel, and I'm also going to show you a way of how you can find similar information on any YouTube creator that you'd like. Stick around. If you're a first-time viewer of the channel, I wish you the warmest of welcomes, and if you are returning back, welcome back to the channel Follow Bigfoot, where knowledge is our niche on everything outdoors, but that is not what we're talking about today. I'm going to talk about a topic that I think probably has a lot of value out there, and I'm sure there's a lot of folks out there that really want to know how much YouTube creators, specifically smaller YouTube creators, really make. Well, we're going to go through that today, but I want to start with just a couple of disclaimers. First, I mentioned in the title of this, small YouTube subscribers, 25,000. I know there's going to be a lot of folks out there that believe that's a big YouTube channel. I consider myself a small YouTube channel because the money that I actually make, which I'll go through here shortly, that's not enough to be able to pay all my bills and to live my lifestyle. It's a hobby. It's more of a part-time second job that I have, but I love doing it. If this was something that turned into a career that I could do, I would consider myself a large YouTube channel. The second is during this last year that I'm about to show you, and I'll get to the numbers of also how much I made in my lifetime of YouTube. I did take a little bit of an absence from YouTube from August till somewhere in November. I did drop a couple videos, but was nowhere close to my normal cadence of what I normally do. So when I do go through some of these numbers today, there will be a little bit of skewed numbers towards the end of the year because you'll see my revenue drop just because I wasn't in my regular cadence that I was earlier. Now that we got through that, let's first talk about how you actually make money on YouTube. So YouTube has changed their policies a lot these last couple of years. Currently right now, you have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers and you have to have 4,000 hours of view time during the last 12 months. The hard part is the 1,000 subscribers. If you have a regular cadence and you have 1,000 subscribers, it is fairly easy to actually hit those 4,000 hours of view time within a 12-month period. Now, once you do meet those requirements, you have the ability to monetize your content. So now that you've monetized your content, that's when you start to see ads appear in your videos. Now, not every single video you may have an ad on, but it really depends on lots of different factors, which I'm not going to get really deep in that today. But the bottom line is you'll start making money. Now, of course, that depends on how many views that you're having. That really is what drives everything, is views and, of course, the ad rate on those views. Now, with that, at the end of the day, YouTube ends up taking 45% of the total amount of money that's made from advertisements on your videos, which is a lot of money. YouTube takes their portion, their 45%, and then you get your 55%. The money that you actually see in your creator studio that you're making, that is all your money. That's after YouTube has already taken their portion out. All right, now for me, let's look into my actual results on my YouTube channel. So what you see right here is my creator studio. This is where houses all of your videos, where you upload videos. Also has all the analytical data. What I'm going to do is go down here to analytics. During the course of the entire year, you can see my watch time. It's got my views, which I had about 1.85 million views. One of the big pieces that we look at on YouTube is how much earnings we are getting per 1,000 views. So for me, in 2018, I actually made $3.66 for every 1,000 views. I just took my number right here and I divided it by 1.847.310, which is how many thousands of views that I had. Now, I've heard lots of different things about how much creators are making. Now, the average I've heard is somewhere in that $1 to $5 range. When I was very new to YouTube and getting my content going, I was only making about $1.50 to $2 per 1,000 views. And that has grown this last really 12 months as my subscriber counts have grown. All right, so you can see just the details of my video and how much money I'm making on each of my videos. 10% of my earnings, almost 10%, were actually from just one video alone. Now, I do want to go into the actual revenue and talk a little bit more about this. All right, so here's my entire year rolled up. And when I hover over, you can kind of see my progression as my YouTube channel grew. I grew about 12,000 subscribers this year, or in 2018 rather, which I believe going into it put me somewhere at that 14,000 subscribers. And I was having a pretty regular cadence of content on YouTube. I was probably doing somewhere around 2 videos on average per week. And you can see where I really peaked, which was in May. I did upload quite a few more videos than I normally do because of what was going on with my channel. But I was making some pretty good money, upwards towards $80 in some days, but on average I was probably making somewhere in that $20 range for a better part of the first 6 months. But then you can kind of see it really drop as you got into July, and then it continued to drop through the rest of the year with a little uptick in December. And that's when I took a little bit of an absence and a break from YouTube for a few months and only uploaded really probably 4 or 5, 6 videos the last 5 months of the year. So again, that's where the numbers are just a little bit skewed, or else I would have made more money than that $6,700. Certain times of the year, you're going to make a little bit more, you're going to make a little bit less money per 1,000 views. The best time to make content that I've seen on my channel is in the holiday season, because a lot of advertisers are putting a ton of their ads out on YouTube and you're just making a ton of money. So my typical money that I'm making per 1,000 views goes up to like $4.50. I've been as high, I think, as maybe like $4.75. January is one of the worst times. You can see here at the very beginning of the year, I wasn't making as much money compared to what I was doing the other parts of the year. Now, of course, I was growing my subscribers, but I was only getting about $2.75 per 1,000 views or so. That's just kind of some patterns I've seen. It also depends for your channel when you're putting and uploading your content. Some days work a lot better for me. Sundays are the absolute best day for me, so I typically try to always upload on Sundays when I can. But that also may vary from person to person, really depending on their channel. So that's where I'm at for this last year. During my entire lifetime of the channel, I have made a total of $13,000. Now, one thing that you'll see here looks really strange is this one day right here, I made $180 one day. This was maybe 5 months into me actually creating this channel. I maybe had like 1,200 subscribers. I honestly don't know what exactly happened. I don't know if someone clicked on one of my ads and did something, bought a house or something, or financed their home mortgage. I really don't know, but I can't explain that one. That's the only time that's ever done that. So yeah, that's the life of my channel, and my entire life of my channel. I have made about, I think it's about $3.30 per 1,000 views on average. Now, I see that continuing to increase the more subscribers that I do have. The other thing I want to show is how you actually can find similar information on other YouTubers. So the site is called Social Blade. Social Blade is an amazing website. It's going to go through and you just type in the channel. Now, I don't want to actually call out anyone's specific channel on here, so we're just going to look at mine, and then I'll actually show you, based on the time frame, what it's saying in here, how much money I made and how much it's telling you that I made. But when you look up a channel, it tells you basically all of the key pieces of the channel, how many views they've had for the history. They do give it a grade that has some factors in there. I don't completely understand that, but based on, I think, view count is what your subscriber rank is. Now, if you go down here, the key pieces is how much money are you actually making? How many subscribers are you getting? So you can see down here in the green, I'm averaging for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, about 28 subscribers a day, 4,500 views per day, and then I'm making somewhere between $1 to $18 a day. So it's a pretty broad range. But what I'm going to do is we're going to open this up, monthly stats. So you can see here, I have done 135,000 views, and I made somewhere between $34 to $541. Now I've actually gone to my analytics, and I did a date range from the 26th through the 23rd of January, which is this date range right here. We start on the 26th, and because of the time of when I'm doing this, I actually have revenue data through the 22nd, so it's not showing the 23rd or the 24th yet. But I made $397.54. When we look at $397.54 divide that by $541 max, I'm doing roughly about 75% of what it is saying my max is. Again, that's just me. Everyone else might be just a little bit different. But if you want to go through and find out how much some of your creators that you're following are making, you can kind of use a similar guideline. Now, these view counts are generally right over time, but there are some things that are skewed. So like you see this day right here, the 19th, I did 250 views. That is definitely not right. I believe my view count was somewhere in the 3,500 to 4,000 range. Averages are better when you're looking at social media than one specific day because, I don't know, however it pulls the information. But Social Blade is a great tool to be able to find that, and you can honestly find anything that you want. I hope that you found this video helpful in opening up personally on how much that I'm making and what I'm doing here. I've been very open to my subscribers. If this video does well and if there is interest, I will talk about some of the other platforms that I personally have that a lot of YouTubers use to help drive their revenue on their platform. That being things like Amazon and Patreon are probably two specifics. There's also merchandise that YouTube creators sell in different sites. And I do a little bit of that, but my other two main forms of revenue is Amazon and Patreon. If there is enough interest and this video does well, I will do something very shortly on some of the other platforms. So again, you can kind of understand how creators make money because it's not just on YouTube here. Thanks so much. I hope you subscribe to that channel again, and I will see you guys next time.